And hello, welcome to my last game of Call to War, Game 6, against John Humpage and his Tomb King. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. But yeah, so going straight into deployment. Unit of Quarrelers, so I castle up and I have my unit of Quarrelers on the far left, Hammers in the middle, giving the little 6-up, 5-up ward bubble around with his banner, the Warriors next to that, and the Quarrelers on the far right, War Machines just behind. Okay, so this is his left deployment. His skirmish, his from below swarms aren't actually there. He's just moving those. So he's got a unit of Skellies on the far left with bows, unit of Necro Knights next to that, unit of 3 Chariots, the Casket of Souls just moved out of the way so my cannon can't see him. Another unit of Skellies with bows, then a big block of skeletons with hand weapon and shield. Tomb Guard next to that on the right, 2 Flaming Skull catapults behind, and a unit of big unit of Skelly bowmen on the far right. I was a bit of an idiot here and didn't ask what these guard were armed with, which I really should have done because it affects later on decisions. So moving straight on. Okay, this is just him moving up. So everything starts sweeping round because obviously I've gone for the corner, so he needs to start moving everything to that corner. So in his shooting phase, he starts picking on the unit of Quarrelers on the far right. I really need to do something about these unit of Quarrelers because they always seem to get picked on. Maybe I should make the unit a bit bigger because they're always the closest ones, so they always get shot at. He misfires something. Oh, both his catapults misfire. That was it. Both of his catapults misfire and don't do anything, but they don't blow up either. So his Scarab swarms appear, but scatter a little bit on my left flank. I gave these a lot of credit, these swarms. I thought they would start giving me some issues with my War Machines, but as you can see, they just didn't. I probably shouldn't have done. So him pushing up, he moves his bowman closer because he might as well. His guard start moving as well in the middle. Everything just starts pushing forward. His chariots start moving forward. His Necro Knights start sweeping around. He gets Doom and Darkness on one of my on my cannon, and this is an interesting one actually because I completely forgot about this combo. Doom and Darkness, and then he combines that with the Casket of Souls. Then I'm -3 to my leadership, so I'm leadership 6, and that's how many wounds I'll take once he does his casket if he rolls particularly high. He gets Soul Blight as well. The reason I'm taking pictures of this because not a lot of magic normally happens against me, so just so I remember. So Soul Blight against my Quarrelers on the far right, which is an issue obviously because you're shooting at them, and that's what he does. So he takes off. I think he takes like 5 or 6 off through shooting. Oh no, he took off a couple last turn as well. So that's that. My Gyrocopter's in the far right just in case the swarms decided to turn up just behind my lines. So I thought, well, that would give him a charge, so that could be useful. Okay, in my go, obviously I'm not moving up yet, so I go straight into my shooting phase. So this is my turn 2. I start picking on the Grave Guard. No, not the Grave Guard. The Tomb Guard with my stone throwers and just start getting direct hits. My shooting was on fire this game. As I said, who needs skill when you can roll decent dice? So yeah, basically I just start hitting quite regularly, and that's how many are dying. So a lot are starting to be taken off there. I managed to get both of his stone throwers, one with a cannon I think and one with another stone thrower. So I managed to get both of his, and then I also drop a rock on his Tomb Guard. So yeah, big shooting phase. Another big shooting phase. This is the same shooting phase, so still turn 2. Oh, quite horrible actually. My organ gun decides to go to town on his chariots, and I get a roll like a 10. And with 3s to wound, I think I wound all of them, bar maybe 1 or 2 or whatever, but enough to just take all 9 off. So it would be 1. I might have failed all 9 wounds off in 1 round. So that's the unit of... I think my Quarrelers might have had a little go just to take off a couple of wounds or whatever. But yeah, that was some nastiness from my organ gun anyway. Oh, I love those things. Necro Knights start sweeping round. I also take some wounds. No, that was actually just the organ gun managed to take out the chariots. So my Quarrelers managed to take off 4 wounds, I think, off the Necro Knights, which was a bit horrible, considering they've got I'm wounded on 4s, and then he's got 4 up armor save after it. So yeah, a bit horrible. So that's that. So turn 3, he starts pushing up because this is all he can do. This is another thing that I've noticed with Tomb King players playing me. I would just, all the time, I would be just trying to get that spell off that makes you move quicker. Put everything together, because either way, you put everything in the middle, or castle up directly opposite me, and just start pushing for that movement phase, because get those Necro Knights into one of my blocks, not the Hammerers obviously, but get them into my Quarreler blocks, and they'll just go to town. Just, but they've had to sweep all the way around, which has given me so much time just to shoot at them. So anyway, so that's what he does. His Scarab Swords push up. So in his shooting phase, he's starting to whittle down that unit even further, so he takes out the back rank, so I'm down to 9 models and the Runesmith on my Quarreler block on the far right. So in my turn, because not really, I don't think any magic goes off that turn or anything, no combat to speak of. So in my turn, I charged a Gyrocopter in against the swarms. Now I completely forgot their poison here, so I thought, I'll be fine. I wasn't expecting to win, but I just wanted to hold them up because I couldn't be bothered to deal with them with anything else. My Gyrocopter wasn't doing anything, so I thought I'd just charge him. Now I start pushing up, I believe. Yeah, I start pushing up now because I actually started pushing up too late, I think, because this was my turn. It might have been my turn 4. I might have got first turn and just not done a lot. I think I might have got first turn, not done a lot actually. So I need to start pushing up here, and I think I started pushing up too late, which you'll see later. I reform my Quarrelers on the far right, and my Runesmith jumps out the back. So they're going to start pushing up at the bowmen in the ruins. So moving on. I just shoot off the Necro Knights because they're my prime 1 target now. So just everything shoots at them, and surprisingly enough, they go. Organ gun, cannon, 2 stone throws, Quarrelers. They're just going to go. So, his turn 4, I believe. Yeah, I think I did get first turn. It's not looking too good, so he starts sort of pushing up a little bit. Oh no, this is actually me showing that I drop a rock on the unit of those warriors, because I'm planning to get into combat now to try and whittle them down, expecting that he might still be coming towards me. But yeah, I start dropping rocks and just kill off. You can see the pile on the left there, just killing off silly amounts. Just everything was hitting. You get games like this sometimes. Yeah, he takes a wound off my Gyrocopter, and I take a wound off him. Then he kills my Gyrocopter, because I think that was in... I think I flee or something and run off the board, or I don't know, something along those lines. But anyway, he manages to kill it off with poison or something along those lines. So yeah, it wasn't the best, well thought out plan by me. So okay, so in my turn, I've got a very awful picture of me charging into his swarms with my unit of Quarrelers, because all they've got is shooting now to do. They're too far out of range to get into combat, so I thought, you know what, I'll just charge into them, get rid of them, so they're not threatening my war machines. Start pushing up with everything. Now I hold my warriors back a little bit, because I was expecting him to charge, because I thought these guys had halberds, and halberds I don't like, because obviously he goes at initiative. I gave him too much credit as well. He's going to kill quite a few, but I keep forgetting that not forgetting, but I'm not relying on my blocks enough, which was kind of what I was saying at some of the other games. Not relying on my blocks. If I match up my block versus his block, I'm just going to absolutely twat it, because I'm starting to do enough wounds to him as well. He has got a high weapon skill in there, because he's got the "Thy will be done" or whatever roll from his lord. I think he's got a lord in there, Tomb King. So yeah, quite good. But even then, I've got so many characters. He's going to be putting wounds on them. Immune to killing blow is just yeah, I should just get him in straight away. But he's got hand weapon and shield. He hasn't got halberds, so even then it would have been even better. I should have just thrown them in straight away. But anyway, we go into my shooting phase. Yeah, I just start shooting them off because obviously I've got nothing else to do here and no other target, so I start shooting off the guard. This is probably why he didn't charge, because he just knew he wouldn't win, so which is fair enough, trying to conserve the points. Yep, so Quarreller's moving forward. My other Quarrellers on the far left win combat and reform to get some shooting off. And then his turn, I think he's pushing forward a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah, not a lot to speak of in his movement phase. Oh yeah, he starts playing balls out Warhammer now. He's just like, well, I might as well go for it. You never know what might happen, and he starts going for like skull storms and purple suns. But at this case, he does a misfire and a direct hit, which I think means that he misfires the skull storm, I think this one is, and he just puts it across his line, like directly towards his warriors. So if you think the guy's having bad luck already, it's just going to get worse. It's just worse. So he managed to take off a load of his warriors. You know, strength 4, large template. It's enough to just start smashing them up. So in his shooting phase, so that was his magic, and then obviously the rest of the dice go. In his shooting phase, I've only got 2 more Quarrellers left. I managed to misfire my organ gun and it blows up. So in my turn 5, I start pushing up a lot more with my hammers. Oh no, I actually tried to charge him at this point, but failed charge. He goes for a purple sun that also... phone again, sorry guys. He goes for a purple sun and misfires that, and that goes directly along his lines, I think, and or another Skullstorm, one or the other. No, he Skullstorms again, and he goes directly along his line and just kills off a load of guard, Tomb Guard again. So kills more off. He also then cascades his wizard, so he goes down a hole, which was just adding insult to injury. And then he goes with his death mage. He's like, I haven't learnt my lesson yet. I'm going to carry on going for it. I think game 6, he was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. And he goes for a purple sun. And the purple sun misfires and just gets a direct hit on him, I think, and then just kills off more of his guys. Which actually takes his unit down to 25%. Under 25%. Or half, whatever, of the original amount, so I get half points for that. In his shooting phase, so his magic's just been awful. In his shooting phase, he kills off that Quarreller block finally. And then that's a picture of the overall game. So, yeah, it's a big win to me in the end. Well, I don't think it's huge, because I didn't get into combat. I didn't get a lot. I killed off a lot of stuff, but I hadn't finished a lot of things off. So I think it turned out, I think it was like a 16-4 or a 14-8. But as I was saying in the other games, especially against the other Tomb King player, I need to be pushing for that 20-0, really. Because I love fighting Tomb Kings. I think they're a great matchup for Dwarfs. You just shoot off the big things, and then I need to start pushing forward for the blocks, because I know my blocks can have them. So yeah, learnt a lot in this tournament. I just need to be playing better. I'm just relying too much on my shooting to do it. But anyway, thanks for watching Game 6. We've got a couple of tournaments lined up, so we're going to do some more battle reports. I promise that mine will be more polished, but I just wanted to get my first 6 done and out the way as quickly as I could, really, and just start getting the practice on. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and we will be back soon with some more battle reports. Cheers, bye.